Some bonds are unbreakable, even by death. Let's look at 12 signs that show your pet might still be around, watching over you. So, let's start with sign 1, the familiar smells. Have you ever smelled your dog's favorite scent, even though they're no longer around? It might sound strange, but smell is one of the strongest senses linked to memory. For those who believe their pets are visiting them, familiar scents can be one of the clearest signs. Imagine sitting alone and suddenly there's that comforting smell of your dog's fur, shampoo, or even their favorite toy. Question for you. What smell reminds you most of your dog? Have you ever smelled it unexpectedly? Sign 2. Experiencing dreams that feel real. Have you ever dreamed of your dog so vividly that it felt like they were truly with you? Dreams are a powerful way for loved ones to connect with us, and pets are no exception. Many people dream of their dogs, experiencing vivid encounters that feel incredibly real. It's as if the dog is there, with all the same mannerisms, sounds, and warmth. Some believe these dreams aren't mere coincidences, but true visits from their pets. Question for you. Have you ever had a dream about your dog that felt more like a visit? Sign 3. Unexplainable cold spots. Ever walked into a room and felt a sudden chilly breeze, right in the spot where your dog used to lie? Some people feel an inexplicable cold spot in areas where their dog used to spend most of their time. Paranormal experts often say these chills can indicate a spirit's presence. Imagine feeling that cold spot just where your dog would curl up on the couch beside you. It's like they're still there, right by your side. Sign 4. Feeling a weight on your bed or couch. Ever feel the sensation of a weight next to you on the bed or couch? This feeling of an unseen presence settling beside you is another sign people report. Many believe that their pet is simply lying next to them like they used to. It can feel comforting, as if your pet still wants to snuggle and keep you company. A woman shared how every night she could feel a familiar warmth and pressure on the side of her bed, exactly where her dog would curl up. It gave her comfort, knowing that her dog was still there to watch over her. Question for you. Have you ever felt a similar sensation, like someone or something is lying next to you? Sign 5. Seeing shadows or fleeting movements. Out of the corner of your eye, have you ever seen something that looked just like your pet moving across the room? It's easy to brush this off as imagination, but seeing fleeting shadows is a common experience among pet owners who have lost their furry companions. These shadows might be a sign that your dog is trying to make themselves known, reassuring you that they're still there in spirit. A man named Mark shared a story about his golden retriever. After his dog passed, he would often see a shadow in his peripheral vision, a shape and size that could only be her. Every time he looked directly, it would disappear. But for him, it felt like Bella was still around. Have you ever caught a glimpse of something that looked like your pet's shadow? Sign 6. Synchronicities, with significant dates or times. Have you ever noticed that signs from your pet seem to happen on important dates or times, like their birthday or the anniversary of their passing? One of the most powerful ways pets may connect with us from the afterlife is through synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that happen on specific dates or times. Perhaps every year on your pet's birthday, something unusual occurs, like an old photo appearing out of nowhere, a favorite toy moving, or a certain smell filling the room. These synchronicities are often comforting, suggesting that the connection between you and your pet remains as strong as ever. Sign 7. Lights flickering or electronic disturbances. Ever notice your lights flicker for no reason, or hear your radio go static in certain rooms? Some people believe spirits can influence electronic devices, and this includes the spirits of pets. Lights flickering, TV screens freezing, or radios tuning out might be more than a technical glitch. Some believe this is a way for pets to communicate, to catch our attention. Real story. Linda, a viewer, once shared that her TV would randomly turn off whenever her favorite show would come on. It started just days after her dog passed, almost like her dog was playfully saying, "Spend time with me instead." Question for you. Have you ever noticed any electronic disturbances around the house after your pet passed? Sign 8. Finding objects moved or displaced. Have you ever walked into a room and found your pet's toy moved to an odd place? Dogs often have favorite spots or toys, and some owners find that these objects start appearing in unusual places even after their pets have crossed over. A toy you packed away might suddenly be out on the floor, or your dog's old collar could mysteriously appear somewhere it shouldn't be. Question for you. Have you ever found your pet's belongings in strange places since they passed? Sign 9. An overwhelming sense of peace or presence. Do you ever just feel deep down that your pet is still around? Sometimes it's not about seeing or hearing them, but simply feeling them. Many people say they have a sense of calmness or warmth, a feeling that their pet is nearby. It's an unexplainable comfort, almost as if their dog's spirit is looking after them. Real story. One person shared how she would feel an overwhelming sense of peace every time she felt sad about her dog's passing. It was like her dog was still watching over her, comforting her, telling her that everything would be okay. Question for you. Have you ever felt that calming presence, as if your pet was still there watching over you? Sign 10, sudden appearance of feathers or unusual objects. Ever found a random feather or an unusual object in your home and wondered, how did this get here? Sometimes people discover feathers or other small objects in strange places after their pet has passed away. A sudden feather on the couch or a small item in a place you'd never expect can feel like a message. Feathers are often associated with spirits, believed to be signs from those we've lost, and some pet owners interpret these little surprises as tokens from their dogs, offering comfort and love. A woman shared a heartfelt story of her late dog, Rusty. He used to play with an old ragged toy she called his baby. A few weeks after he passed, Bethany found bits of thread from that very toy scattered around her bedroom, despite having put it away in a storage box in the attic. She was certain Rusty was still sending her signs, leaving little pieces of his favorite toy to remind her of their connection. Sign 11. Feeling a phantom lick or brush against your skin. Have you ever felt that unmistakable, gentle brush of a paw, or a warm, comforting lick on your hand when you were alone? Sometimes, people experience what's called a phantom lick, a light, tickling sensation on their hands or feet that feels identical to their pet's loving gesture. It might come as a subtle warmth or a sensation of fur brushing against your leg. This feeling, while faint, can be intensely emotional, reminding pet owners of the bond they shared and suggesting that their pet is still watching over them. Sign 12. Animals or new pets behaving unusually. Have you ever noticed that animals around you, even your new pets, seem to sense something you can't see? Animals, particularly dogs and cats, are highly sensitive to spiritual energy. If a deceased pet is lingering around, other animals might pick up on it. Some pet owners even report that their new dog or cat behaves in ways similar to their previous pet, as if they're channeling that spirit or being subtly guided by them. It's almost like their old pet is training or influencing the new one. After her dog Luna passed, Maria adopted a new puppy named Bella. What struck Maria was how Bella, who had never met Luna, would sit in the exact same spots Luna used to, and even had similar habits, like scratching at a certain door, a behavior unique to Luna. It felt to Maria like Luna was still guiding Bella, making her presence felt through the new puppy's actions. Have you noticed your new pets doing things that remind you of your late pet? Could they be sensing a presence?